state of mind.
Right. It's pretty deep cut into like Billy thinks he's a knight.
Yep. But he has his mom card.
Got his mom card. Hey, Mom.
I would recommend this movie, though. This movie is... So watch it on Tubi, then listen to the Shout Factory commentary.
I did recommend this movie to,
Yeah, to me.
a guy that I really respect his opinion on movies. I was like, Mark, you need to watch this movie. It's going to blow your mind.
See, and I trust you.
Right?
That's right. I mean, Steel Dawn. I'm telling you, one of my favorite moments of cinema is when that sand creature destroys Patrick Swayze with a right haymaker from hell. He just destroys Swayze.
My favorite like cinematic like trick is the knee knife where he's like, oh, but I got a knife in my knee as well.
Yeah. And then if it wasn't for you, I never would have seen the scene in Icebreaker where Sean Astin gets picked in the air, and I made you watch it during the commentary where Sean Astin looks frightened because of the large man slam. Like Sean Astin looks terrified.
Yeah, no, he's gonna get hurt.
Hey, so we covered this movie. We also came up with so I pitched a weird one about motorcycle riders. We always put together our super team, but then you pitched one about people who would be comfortable in any time frame, correct? So
yeah, because these guys exist in 81 as motorcycle stuntmen. They could easily exist in medieval times as knights. So it's like characters that could easily exist in multiple time periods without any hesitation.
Now, I want everyone to be very proud of me because Dolph Lundgren was in The Name of the King 2 where he gets transported back in time. And I did not even include him as a joke because in that movie, he never tries to fit in. He just wears he wears a little scarf and he insults people. So
I'm very proud of you, and you can be disappointed in me because he's my first pick.
And in The Name of the King too?
Yeah, Granger.
You know what I love about Granger? And I almost picked when he goes to this back in time, he does not try at all, right?
He doesn't change outfits. He doesn't. He's just Dolph Lundgren, but back in time. Like there's no energy whatsoever.
He is just insulting people. I think he throws one front kick.
Yep.
I mean, it's not.
No,
I love the idea. His little scarf though is what sold the movie for me.
No, and so he was my first pick because it's not because he's actually adept and could fit into any time period. It's that he doesn't care when he does. Like he proves that he changes the game where he's like, granted, I don't belong here in this time period, but I just don't care. And so it's not because of his ability or his character. It's because he just does not care.
At all.
His apathy makes him available to exist whenever, wherever.
No, you're right, because he is nonplussed by going to another time.
No. He's like, my karate still works.
And anytime Dolph Lundgren wears a scarf that little, I'm 100% in.
Exactly.
All right, exactly. So my first pick is really random, but I'm going to go with Sever, Lucy Liu from Ballistic X and Sever.
Okay.
So I wrote an article about the guy who financed all these movies. I don't know if you heard about him, but he was a dry cleaning magnate who made a big hit with Whole Nine Yards, and the reason that happened is because Bruce Willis's brother wrote it. So that was a success. So then he started, Travolta, Battlefield Earth, Sylvester Stallone, Get Carter. He started funding people's passion projects, right? And they all tanked, which is kind of cool. So he got all these A-list talent. And he's like, I'll give you money to make your dream project. And then he would just pull all the money away, and then they'd make terrible films. Kevin Costner made a movie that was his dream project, and it was bad. So he would get A-list actors, but they would make terrible movies because no one wanted to make those movies except for him. But
and Ballistics was or Ballistic X versus Sever was a bad movie.
Horrible. But Lucy Liu in that movie is she never talks, right? She never. Nope. So if you just sent her back to night times, she would be the same person. She would just okay, fine. I'll go kill some knights.
Exactly.
She would be 100%, like we said with Dolph, nonplussed. She would just show up. She shows no emotion in that movie, so she'd show no emotion back in that time.
Would you watch a Sever and Granger team up movie where they go through all different time periods, just being badass?
Not caring at all.
Right.
Just ready to wear little scarves and kill people.
And the name of the movie would be Sever and Granger Shake It Off. And because they got thrown different times, they just shake it off. And they would turn their iPads up or their iPod, turn it up, and then just rock out to Taylor Swift as they just destroy people.
Yeah, I mean, the two, Dolph Lundgren and Lucy Liu destroying people while Shake It Off by Taylor Swift plays?
Yeah.
Can we make this entire movie soundtracked by Taylor Swift?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
The name of our production company we called Swift Productions.
Yep.
Because we make movies really quickly because we have all the music supplied by Taylor Swift.
I love it. And, Lucy Liu is a very good actress. Set It Up, Kill Bill, Charlie's Angels. I've always found her immensely likable. But in this movie, she's a blank space. So we could play that song by Taylor Swift.
And there's where your charisma comes from.
Yep. Because the song. So you're like, I got on blank space.
Right. Now,
man.
So Ballistic actually has zero on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep. So I got, so
it is the worst reviewed film in the history of Rotten Tomatoes.
That's why I want her to kind of have a mulligan.
Yeah, do over.
Yeah. So, she can shake it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Or writing her a love story like Taylor Swift.
So I'm going to tweet Taylor Swift a link to this podcast when it drops.
Don't do it.
No, it's going to be great.
No, don't do it.
All we need is a little nod from T Swift to make this happen.
Oh man, well this podcast will become a movie.
You know what's going to happen though? If
What?
that happens, is that then she'll actually betray us before the movie comes out. We'll get no credit, and then she'll write a song about dumping us.
Yeah. So yeah, don't do it. It's not. This is pure. I don't want the outside world coming into it. All right. So who you got next?
Okay, my next one is maybe a little bit like we made the rules, so it doesn't break any rules.
Yeah.
But I went Connor McLeod from Highlander.
Ooh.
Because he's a guy. If we take him from like the 80s when Highlander happens, he's lived all the time periods.
Yep.
So he could go back and easily feel comfortable in any one of them.
So we could play the song Begin Again because he's already done it from Taylor Swift.
Yep, absolutely.
And he could also say, I'm not out of the woods yet because he's still traveling.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, he did man. Yeah, just him, because he's seen it. He's tired. So even if he goes back 7,000 years, he's like, whatever.
Right. I've done this before. And his like kind of half accents.
Unexplained accents?
Yeah.
All right.
He's kind of like, okay, what do you got?
All right. This is going to sound random, but I got Eleanor Webb, Saoirse Ronan from Byzantium.
That does sound random.
The vampire movie where I was thinking about Saoirse Ronan, and I just feel like she could be placed in any time frame. Not just Brooklyn. You have her movies, Atonement. You have Mary Queen of Scots. She just sort of works whenever. Just with her, I kind of went for laid back people, and she's super laid back, and she's also a vampire, so she's lived for a very long time and seen a lot.
Yes.
So she's lived a very long. And Gemma Arterton. I was going to originally put Gemma Arterton because of our Hansel love, but Hansel and Gretel love. But I'm like, you know what, Saoirse Ronan. I'm going with Saoirse because she's a vampire. It's, immortal, and she's seen it all. And she's all like, Saoirse's just super chill. You send her back 500 years, she'll just be like, I get it. I can take care of it. And you're like, yeah, I trust you. You're going to win an Oscar. Right. You're going to be nominated at least.
Yeah. So she would bring some vitable like firepower to our time traveling team here.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the Taylor Swift song that we could play for her is, let's see, what could we do? What's a good one for her? Oh man, we got to think of one here.
Well, she's a vampire, so she'll never be human again.
Yeah. So
we could ironically play "We Will Never, Ever, Ever Get Back Together."
You're right.
And she's singing it to her own mortal self.
Yes. And she might have been. She could have been 22 in that movie as well, forever.
But get like a real like solemn, like almost like a Johnny Cash cover of it.
Oh my gosh. Like Hurt, but Johnny Cash.
But never getting back together.
With her mortal self. I love it. All right.
Amazing.
Who do you got?
Okay, so I got Detective Harry Callahan from Dirty Harry.
Oh my God.
Because essentially he's just playing a cowboy in San Francisco in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
So no matter if you bring him to the future or the past or wherever, he's just going to be, he's tough enough in who he is that he's like, my rules of right and wrong still apply. To go back to the basics of how I run my life are never going to change depending on what time period I live in.
And he shows no emotion. So even if he was freaking out because he was in the 15th century, he wouldn't care.
Show it.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
And wait, he kills a knight, and he goes, "Look what you made me do."
That's right.
That's a good Taylor Swift song right there. Right? You could picture dirt, like, so the knight pulls a sword on him and he shoots him. Look what you made me do.
Okay, so here's the plot for this movie. It's Taylor Swift is also the enemy, like she's the villain of the movie, and she's traveling through time stealing artifacts a la Time Cop. And so this team of time travelers needs to like go through time and find her, but they have to be able to blend in.
No, she's taking the souls of amazing musicians.
Yes.
Let's get this started. I think she's a very good musician, and I think she's a very savvy businesswoman and writes her music, guitar, excellent performer. I watched the show on Netflix with Megan. Megan watched it, and I just got sucked into it because the production value was amazing. So right. I don't need to make any excuses. I like Taylor Swift. Who cares?
No, we are not knocking Taylor Swift.
But this is a hypothetical thing.
This is a fictional version of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there it is. Like, you know how many Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore.
Exactly. This is the Happy Gilmore Taylor Swift movie.
So she is stealing the musical talents of musicians.
Yes.
And we're trying like back all the way, the first caveman playing the rocks.
Right. Like she's going to prevent Jimi Hendrix from buying his first guitar.
No. Oh my God. Imagine Dirty Harry. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right.
Okay.
That was perfect.
What do you got?
And I tried to write Dirty Harry, but I wrote Diddy Harry. So he's playing a Diddy.
Yeah.
All right. So my next one is Dad. He never has a name, but Bill Nighy from About Time.
Okay.
Because, he was a vampire in Underworld. But Bill Nighy is just such a cool guy that anywhere he goes, he's just going to be cool. Like, he's just going to be the nicest dude ever. So if he goes back to 1920, Bill Nighy is timeless.
100%.
He's just the chillest dude. So you could send him anywhere, and people just be like, I like him. I trust him. He's my friend. All right, who you got next?
So I got Elliot Marston from Quigley Down Under, played by Alan Rickman. And have you seen Quigley Down Under?
I have not.
Okay, it's Tom Selleck at his best.
Oh wait, I knew Tom Selleck was in it, but I didn't know Alan Arkin was in it.
Alan Rickman.
Oh, Alan Rickman. I wrote Alan Arkin. Alan Rickman. I love Alan Rickman.
That's a different movie altogether.
Yeah.
So he plays this rancher who's like a villain, and he abuses the Aboriginal people, and he goes to Australia to get like beef money. But essentially he's Hans Gruber. Like he plays the same character as Hans Gruber. And in the movie, he looks at Quigley and he says, Mr. Quigley, some men were just born in the wrong time frame.
Whoa.
So I think he knows that he will be as ruthless whenever he is.
I love that. You need it.
Yeah.
And also he's kind of a punk rock king in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah. And again, but I would say his Sheriff of Nottingham is really just Hans Gruber in Nottingham.
Yep. I love when he looks at you. Come at 7. You 9. Bring a friend.
Yes. No, it's I love when he puts the scar on the statue.
Yeah. Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah. Moment of silence for Alan Rickman.
I will eat your heart with a spoon.
Why would you use a spoon? It's not sharp.
Yeah. But he makes a meal out of the word spoon. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. I'm gonna go with the Bad, played by Byung-Hyun Lee, and the Good, the Bad, and the Weird. It is a Korean remake of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
And in the movie, he is the bad. Does not say much. He's also, I don't know if you noted, he's in Red 2. He's also in the G.I. Joe movies. He's in I Saw the Devil. Awesome actor. But I just thought you bring him anywhere in time, he's just going to kick butt. He doesn't care. He's just
absolutely.
It's a movie that's in the past, but it feels very modern. And also, I think he's a cool actor, so I would love to see Byung-Hyun Lee just destroying people to a song.